to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Might be changing the route. To the air, it's Sayin. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. The Buckeyes want to move quickly.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. Wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man all by himself. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. They'll throw it from the red zone. Got it in the middle, it's Peoples. Good throwing catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. The Buckeyes are threatening on 1st and goal. To the air, it's Sayin. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Snagged out of the air. They found a way to get him the rug, but he has stopped short, and it'll be 4th down. Offense, quick tempo. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Toss to the outside. You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety. They'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial into these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing the second.
The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
3rd and Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass coverage. You can tell the offense was trying to force it, trying to get that first down, makes the big mistake.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're going to be physical. We know they got athletes all over the field. But when they get really good quarterback play, those teams are really special.
Catch in the middle, it's Brown. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Here's the handoff. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. To the air, it's Sayin. Got a man, it's Tate. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Up-tempo for the offense.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Turning it on. He smashes his way through again. Guys, LSU has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on first down. Showing the arm strength to the left. Had it in his hands and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll send the back in motion. Lost to throw again. Fires to the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Quickly complete. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively?
Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something we're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. With the last drive in for a touchdown, they'll try to do it again on this one. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And now on second down for this offense. Snagged in the middle, it's Anderson. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown LSU! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So Reese with that drive, I think.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And the Buckeyes are in the hurry up.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge...
Makes the grab deep. All out of space. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21. This is one of the great atmospheres in the sport, but this crowd demands to be entertained, and they are entertained right now.
Yeah, when you've got playmakers that you can throw the ball to down the field like Ohio State does consistently every year, you always expect this. This fan base goes nuts because year after year they have elite playmakers.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Dropping back, it's Sayin. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure. The quarterback gets hit. Just not on the same page with his target.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense offense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
A lot of times offenses will do the FIB formation into the boundary, try to take advantage of you necessarily spreading out, sending more resources to the field, trying to take advantage. Offense gave it a whirl, but the defense, they did not move. They did their assignments, got the TFL.
Looking to fire. That's reeled in. It's sharp. Pulled down for the tackle. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Caught over the middle. It's Anderson. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They'll toss it to the left. Can't get him to the ground. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And you toss the ball to your running back to get him on the edge and try to get some space, but my goodness, there wasn't any space. He broke one tackle, but still wasn't enough. More guys coming after him really fast. They got to give him a little bit more space to do some more damage.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Finds his man. It's Anderson. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense, too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up fourth down.
Makes the grab plenty for the first down. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And the Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Back to throw. It's Nussmeier. Going over the top. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Man, if you're going to win games, you've got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
They'll run the screen. Oh, continues to fight for yards. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback.
Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? looking to throw on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field.
Makes the grab on the shot. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw. It's Sayin. Here comes the heat. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Listen, end of the first half, that's exactly what you want to do. You don't care about the incompletion. You're chucking that thing up, trying to make a big play, trying to get the Hail Mary.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Got a man. It's Anderson. And they'll mark him down after making that grab, and that's one way to start digging out of that hole, but they're still short of the first down. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. To the ground to try to move the chains. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Caught close to the marker. It's Anderson. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A fourth down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fan
Lets it fly deep downfield. And they won't be connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, they're not able to hook up there, but considering this guy already has 2 touchdown catches in this game, now the offensive coordinator is dialing up more passes his way. And you know the quarterback, he's got like a sonar on him. He's always aware of where he is, and I like the idea. I'm going to keep throwing this guy the football and see if he can get another touchdown.
They're setting up the screen. There he goes. Headed to the end zone. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. The Tigers have this offense rolling. On the option. He'll pitch it. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Back to pass, it's Gus Meyer. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Good, right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Breaks into the open. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough. They get run by, he makes the catch, and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top, because this guy's speed is a problem.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. Looking to throw. He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. On the move from inside his 5. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Almost a disaster on that return. They jump on it and they'll maintain possession.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. And the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, on second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense
turning it on. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So first down will open up the final period. Quick pass on the jet motion. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
These plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he can really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Looking left. He makes the catch. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Defense in press coverage. Gonna look downfield again. Unleashes one deep. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. LSU quick to the line. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Gets it out quickly. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Well, after that incompletion, it's decision time now for the head coach. You've got to lead. The game's close. Are you going to punt the ball away and count on your defense to win this thing, or do you have the confidence in your quarterback to make one more throw to win you this game?
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, LSU.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Here's the conundrum for the defensive coordinator. Do you stay aggressive or do you protect and play a little more conservatively with the lead? And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. To the air, it's Nussmeier. They've got the screen set up. Touchdown, LSU! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
The big fella's on the field, guys, for the 2-point conversion. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Coming out with it, it's Graham. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Big play like that to open a drive just builds the confidence. Now first down from the 46. Wants to go up top on first down. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Such a hard position to be successful in when you know you need 2 scores and it's under 2 minutes. The defense, look at him. Great job playing pass, understanding the situation, breaking on the football, and
oh, he's got some space. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7.
man, it's go time for this defense now. I mean, you're down by a couple scores, and they're still making big plays. You've got to find a way to get a stop, create a turnover, switch the momentum to your side quickly.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38.
First and 10.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. The give on the option. Hard running there. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. He'll pull it on the read. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the D.
Dropping back, it's Sayin. Grab near the marker, it's Peoples. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Here comes the 2-point try. Gets it out fast. Into the end zone for the 2, and now it's a 12-point game. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Defense still has a couple of timeouts here, David, but the offense ought to have things well in hand.
Well in hand, make them use their timeouts. Them only having 2, Palmer, they're not getting back in this game unless I do something stupid.
Yeah, make them earn it. Doing something stupid would be throwing in completions right here and stopping the clock, letting the opponent keep their time.
Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Well, there's no quit in this defense, I'll give them that. Obviously, they're trailing here late in the game. It seems like the opponent's going to win, but still, they've got guys out there playing the way their coach can play. They're playing with outstanding effort, trying to make plays to claw their team back in the game.
Rush is on him. He'll pull it down. Got the first himself. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. After this, it'll be a wrap. Quarterback may change this route. He wants a big play here late. Ball's incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. What a battle this game was. Went right down to the end. #1 team in the land gets knocked off. But sometimes this gives you a chance to recalibrate some things, guys.
Yeah, and they're going to have to go back and watch this film and face some tough truths as well, because we know they've got a ton of talent. And this is a team that when they're playing their A game, they look like the best team in the country, David. Consistency, though, is going to be a big thing for them moving ahead.
Yeah, so you got to use this. You got to look at what you did wrong. You got to say, okay, maybe we're not as good as we thought we were. Just because we were #1, that doesn't mean anything until the end of the season. And you're the last guy standing, and you have the trophy. So take this loss, work on some of those things you think you need to work on so it doesn't happen again.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.